to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you...
Oh, they had fashion on their minds as they entered the building. Soon, the only thing the Spurs will be thinking about is a win here at home. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at Memphis. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, San Antonio sitting there 4 spots below.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, Murray out there with White. Then there's Pirtle. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Rebounded by the Spurs. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Pass to Morant. Now Jackson. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Kicks it to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Jackson. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. And it's the Spurs ball. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Morant pitch to Valanciunas. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And finished off by DeRozan.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Passes to Anderson. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with the shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Pirtle. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Murray against Allen. Down low, here's Clark. And it's Gay with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 3. Bellinelli passes to Murray. Here's Gay. That one, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Zeller against Jang. From deep three-point range. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Zeller finds Bellinelli. Zeller inside. He's against Jang. Shot by Zeller, no good. Here's Melton. Bangs home the trifecta. And that ties it up. Here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Zeller, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Zeller's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Melton. He's covered by Murray. Shot clock at 5. Clark, the pass to Melton. Out to the wing. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Spurs lead by 2. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Rudy Gay is out there with Tyler Zeller. And it's Mills. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Pass to Clark. 3 on the clock. Releases. Bellinelli pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome with a potential star in Ja Morant. They've got another key player for their rebuild.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Yep, that one goes. Clark's got the lead up to 4 now for Memphis.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent 3-ball shooter.
Melton passes to Jang. Here's Melton. Back to Jang. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 6.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Here's Clark. 6 points for him. The pass to Jang. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Mills. A going to go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Here's Jang. Zeller grabs the board.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Gay passes to Zeller. Here's Forbes. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 4th rebound in this one. Feeds to Clark. There's a minute 34 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Jang. Clark dishes to Jang. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Here's Melton. Finished off the break. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Forbes. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Forbes has got his first basket.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's Clark, covered by Mills. No good from Clark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Forbes the pass to Gay. To the middle. Grizzlies with the rebound. Clark's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Rudy Gay picks up a foul. That's his first foul. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Here's DeRozan. And the layup falls. DeRozan's got 6.
Right in the teeth of that defense, DeRozan explosive through contact.
Grant. And so it's Memphis with their lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They really touched on the right formula in the second quarter, as they were able to pull out to a 6-point lead before the halftime. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's 6th man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a 6th man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
Valanciunas had his hands up and ready on that catch and shoot. He wanted it.
White finds DeRozan. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Morant reaches to Jackson. A rebound by the Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. And the dunk by DeRozan.
He's on a roll. Can't let DeRozan get into rhythm. He will torch you all night.
Brooks against White. Brooks kicks to Anderson. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Morant. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from DeRozan.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Anderson with the ball, outguarded by Murray. And it's Morant missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
He kicks it to Anderson. Jackson passes to Morant. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. Tries again. No good from Valanciunas.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
The feed to DeRozan. Over Jackson. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Here's Jackson. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. White finds DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
The perfect set of skills to flourish in transition. DeRozan's got it all.
Anderson passes to Morant. Brooks outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And DeRozan. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. Incredible leaper, explosive finisher. DeRozan with one of his acrobatic dunks.
Left side, Anderson. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Valanciunas.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Shooting foul as the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Grizzlies up by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Jakob Poeltl, DeRozan out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the 2. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Morant. Kicks it to Clark. Another shot, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Here is Forbes. Brooks covering. Fires for 3. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Forbes.
Coach Popovich once said, every time Forbes shoots, no matter where it's from, it looks like it's going in.
Here's Valanciunas, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
And here's Mills. Gay right side. Now here's Mills. He's guarded close. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship pass.
Yes, he's taking on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
Anderson outside. Now here's Morant, covered by Mills. Clark. Oh, went in there, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Murray surveying the D. It's good.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
On the wing, Brooks. He feeds it to Morant. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got his 3rd assist on the night. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Memphis leading by 5. Up top, Valanciunas passes it to Morant. Floats one. The kick out to Anderson. Brooks outside. From deep. And it's White with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
This is no surprise. With his athleticism, DeRozan, one of the league's best at getting to the line.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the Spurs with some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Pert. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Pass to Murray. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Morant with it, now guarded by Murray. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. But they recover it. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Zeller. And it's White, top of the key. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Morant with it. Dribbled by Murray. The pass to Valanciunas. Memphis moving that ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Brooks for 3. Doesn't go for him. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Lets it go. And that one goes long. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morant. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The tray. It doesn't go for him. Brooks against White. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Shoots over Morant. And it's DeRozan missing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. So it's Memphis picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer.
Well, get on before we get a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Now Sacramento's starting five. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Holmes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish. The third youngest player ever to drop 30 in the game, Jaren Jackson Jr., looking like a great starting piece for the Grizzlies rebuild.
Now, here's Fox. Holmes kicks to Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. Rebounded by Valanciunas. About a minute played so far here in the first. Jackson finds Anderson. Valanciunas with the ball. Now Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, man, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Brooks, the pass to Anderson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Chris, he was the third big man taken in the 2018 draft, but in time, Jaren Jackson could prove to be the best.
Oh, yeah, he definitely could. I mean, he has a high ceiling, but also a high floor. Why is that? He doesn't need the ball in his hands to be successful. With his defense and perimeter shooting, he can already impact winning in a complementary role.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 9 points last game out. Shot by Bjelica and nobody around. From outside, off the mark. Morant with a wide open look. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Right there, Morant showing his ability to work off the ball. I mean, he found some space and knocked down the shot.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
So it's the Grizzlies now after the Kings pick up 2. Rebound by Bjelica. Kings have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Holmes finds Bjelica. Now here's Fox. Back to Bjelica. The 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road it's great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there, so you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Memphis moving that ball around. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jackson. 11 feet out and he hits it.
You can tell Valanciunas has really been working on his passing. Nice dime right there.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Passed to Bielitsa. Bogdanovich against Brooks. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Fox, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Morant passes to Brooks. Morant pushes to Jackson. Pass to Anderson. Brooks outside. Shot from 12. No good from Valanciunas. Sacramento's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Bogdanovich looking around. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. The coast-to-coast dunk.
This is what Brooks loves to do. Get out and run. He's good at making the right decision.
Outside, Fox. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Sacramento. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Len, and it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Melton. Sacramento grabs the miss. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, and without all the points they got off the bench, I mean, there's no way they could win that game. I mean, it was the 6th man to the rescue.
Allen kicks to Clark. Passes it to Jang. Shoots the 3. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Joseph with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hield against Allen. Hield the pass to Len. For the 3. Hield can't hit. Memphis trailing here.
Well, when you think about the Kings, you know they are going to let it fly. The team is loaded up on players deadly from outside. They've adapted and embraced the long ball era.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the shooting with this Kings team last season, Chris, a major strength, as you said.
Yeah, and their whole offense has benefited from it, Kevin. I mean, they were 4th in the league in 3-pointers last year. Finding points won't be a problem for the Kings going forward.
Goes up at the stripe. That shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And they're running. Bazemore for 3. And it's Melton with the rebound. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And another turnover here by Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. The Kings also at the sub. Parker's checked in for Alex Len. Outside, Joseph. That's tipped. And there's the pass to Bazemore. To the left wing. Giles kicks to Hield. Here's Joseph. Kept alive by Sacramento. Back to Hield. Outside, Joseph. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by the Kings. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And though Chris is known mostly for his shooting, Buddy Hield has been improving in other areas as well.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about ball handling, playmaking. I mean, they're notably better from early in his career. He's a solid rebounder who is definitely not a weak link on the defensive side as well.
To the inside. Out to Parker. Here's Bazemore. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Melton passes to Clark. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Inside. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got his first 2 points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
They could use a bucket, and it's laid up and in by Joseph. Joseph's got the game tied up here for the Kings.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Here's Fox with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bielitsa's got 5 points so far. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Time now for the halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1. And that should do it with the second half about.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game, great performance by Nemanja Bjelica.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Fox. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Down low, it's Bjelica. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 7 points in the game.
Well, at 6'10", Bjelica is a legit threat inside, looking very comfortable and assured right there.
The kick out to Anderson. Over to the wing. Brooks against Bogdanovich. Left side Jackson. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Jackson. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night. Here's Fox. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Count it, good.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Sacramento also making some changes. Alex Len's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Parker comes in for Bielitsa. And Hield subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Hield kicks to Fox. That 3 off the mark. And so Allen will bring it up for the Grizzlies. A 2-point game.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere. Under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Hield outside. There's the dish to Fox. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Fox has got 6 points. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. This one for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Morant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
Showed some signs of this his last year of college. I mean, Morant cannot be left alone from distance.
It's Fox with the drive. That one goes. Count it. Fox has got 6 here in this quarter.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Valanciunas. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
This is the grit and grind Valanciunas gives you. I mean, someone that isn't going to give into the defense.
So both teams making some changes here. The Kings trail by 8. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Fox looking it over. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Melton, guarded by Fox. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. Buries it from 3-point range. Valanciunas has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Grizzlies. And here's Barnes for 3. It's off. It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for Memphis. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Giles in at the 5 roaming the paint. Hield outside. A pass to Fox. lays it up off the glass.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Brooks outside. Passes it to Melton. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Memphis. DeAnthony Melton.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Bill Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it in one of my spots next time we're up there. But Memphis is known for its food and music. I mean, the MGs, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part that is seen.
Out to Brooks. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Here's Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Memphis. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And the pass to Melton. Memphis moving it around. Anderson dishes to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. That shot off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Oh, yeah, we've seen the evolution of Fox as a passer, and with every pass like that, it's obvious how far he's come.
On the wing, Brooks. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Outside Fox. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Melton. Barnes, he's checked in for the Kings. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And here's Morant to the middle. Out to Brooks. Over Bogdanovich. Brooks misses.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And Fox has it in the corner. They get it back, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and this lead the scores.
And so Sacramento again turning it over.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Fox. Ball's knocked loose. Fox with the steal. Here's Barnes. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Yeah, Kev, the last thing you want to do when you're behind is give away another point on the technical.
Sacramento making a switch here. Fields checked in. Here's Fox. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Fox has got 10 points here in the second half. Now here's Morant. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clock at 6. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And the dunk by Jackson.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But GA, this is no let up. I mean, you know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Fox kicks to Hield. Three-pointer. Fox, no good.
Look, the more threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to take. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
There's 18 seconds left in the game. Morant passes to Brooks. And the Kings pushing it up now. And here's Barnes for three. No good there. Three-pointer. That shot off. So it's Memphis picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for and a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We've got Murray. Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. Murray against Fox. Unloads from 13. And that one, good. Tonight, both these teams missing key players. Brent, if you're a backup, talk about the pressure of replacing an injured star. That's got to be difficult.
Well, Kevin, you see throughout the course of the season with how much NBA basketball you watch, how much a player's opportunity coming off the bench can be enhanced by what the role has been before coming into this game. Going from 0 minutes to playing 35 is tough, but if that player has found the rhythm at 12 and 15 minutes, you know, tonight he should be chomping at the bit. He's ready to go. He's been getting those incremental moments on the floor. Tonight's the time for him to step up.
Incredible opportunity.
Great chance.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
These are bonuses. When you get Bielitsa inside to mix it up that way, that helps.
And there it is for him. 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
You're right. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And Bielitsa has it in the corner. Clock is at 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Murray. He's around 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround them with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Field. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Here's DeRozan. Sacramento making their last shot, and he uses the glass on the layup. DeRozan's got 8.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
It's Bielitsa, and the dunk by Bielitsa.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Here's Fox. That one a little long. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Drills the three-pointer.
Now, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
Now here's White. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, 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 not today.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Alex Len's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Perk. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. And here is Hield. 11 points last game. From 12 feet out. Again, the miss by the Kings.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there. He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And stolen by Bazemore. One-on-one here. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
You know, running the lane in transition can be a skill right there. Buddy Hield, relentless in getting himself to the rack.
Bellinelli finds Zeller. Shoots over Len. And it's in there.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Joseph looking around. Here's Giles. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Parker, and it's Giles in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Mills has got his first bucket of the night.
For a guy who makes his living behind the three-point line, Mills looks comfortable there, taking it inside.
To the paint, Giles. Gay with the block. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outside, Joseph. From the arc. Rebound, San Antonio. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
And the shot goes in. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess, he's salivating on shots like that.
Pass to Giles. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And looking at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, we can see the teams that make the most of their trips to the foul line. The Spurs second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Sacramento making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Bogdanovich comes in for Heel, and it's Fox in for Joseph. And San Antonio with the change here, too. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Bellinelli. Now here's DeRozan. He's got 10. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way.
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Here's Bogdanovich following the score by DeMar DeRozan. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Bogdanovich. Pass to Zeller. And Mills kicks to Forbes. From downtown. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Bogdanovich. Over Mills. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the night.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds, Bogdanovich spotting some nice scoring opportunities.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Fox looking it over. Pass to Giles. Barnes against DeRozan. Shoots from the elbow. And again, it's Sacramento converted.
Barnes pretty much at ease from that spot on the floor.
San Antonio leading by 9. Spurs passing it around. Nobody near Gay. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Down low. Now the pass to Mills. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. Gay passes to Walker. Gay inside. He's covered by Bielitsa.
I like how Rudy uses his athleticism to draw some attention. He puts the D in a difficult spot there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points up at the end.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 18 points. And that'll...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got White. Rudy Gay is out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. White against Fox. Holmes kicks to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. Kept alive. Tries again. Holmes can't get it to go in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Walker the pass to Poeltl. Good D by Barnes.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted. Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions. He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Fox. Barnes against Walker. The drive by Barnes. Stolen by Gay. Walker the pass to Murray. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for San Antonio. Fox against Murray. Outside, Fox. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Passes it to Bielitsa. Murray against Fox. Pass to Holmes. Barnes outside. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebound San Antonio.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
So many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Bazemore dishes to Fox. They kick out to Heel. And Poeltl sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Poeltl on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Len finds Bazemore. Takes a 3. They get it back. The wide open look here for Fox. Cans it from downtown. Fox has got 11 points.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
They kick out to Heel. Here's Len. Another shot. And Poeltl sends it back. Shot clock at 6. Heel left side. Here's Fox. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Kings. Parker comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. Spurs also with the sub. Gay's checked in. Here's DeRozan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got 26 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They kick out to Hield. The second chance effort. Shot by Joseph, no good. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Here's DeRozan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Hield.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's San Antonio holding a very comfortable 25-point lead. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. Corey Joseph is out there with Farrell. Then it's Alex Len. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Giles in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Yeah, you're not going to fool around much on the interior, especially if you're Alex Len, that big, that close. Easy bucket.
Murray, the pass to Zeller. That one doesn't drop. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Brewer, good.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Zeller. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Samanic passes to Murray. Rebound by the Kings. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Giles, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Joseph. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brewer. And it's Bogdanovich in for Farrell. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. And it's Gay with the rebound. And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there. And that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
Bogdanovich, and it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Bogdanovich wide open, but they get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Murray kicks to Walker. Outside, White. Gay against Len. Shoots over Len. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Well, you still think of scoring when you think of Rudy Gay, a very skilled one.
Len finds Holmes. Barnes. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Gay outside. Murray for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for San Antonio.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeMar DeRozan.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. And Walker kicks to Gay. Here's Murray. Tries it from the top of the key. Misses off the right iron. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Giles. He's covered by Gay. Outside Bogdanovich. From deep. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Pirtle. Banked in off the glass.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So
this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to
It's NBA basketball. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. To take a look at the Grizzlies. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, San Antonio down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Spurs, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got Derek White, DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Murray, and it's Walker in at the 3. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Valanciunas, a 3-pointer off the mark. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And, you know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find. Boy, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Walker against Anderson. And the rejection by Jackson. Valanciunas against Pirtle. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. Fast break Memphis. Up the floor. Here's Anderson. Brooks. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
White dishes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Anderson inside, guarded by Walker. A nice shot by Anderson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Memphis with the ball, trailing by 2. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Jackson passes to Morant. Fade away. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's all knotted up. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Now Murray, following the miss by John Morant from deep. He gets it in there. Murray's got his second basket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Morant, and he lays it straight in.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Morant. D right on him, and the dunk by Jackson.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Here is Brooks, trailing by 2. The kick out to Anderson. And another basket for Memphis.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
DeRozan, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Purdy. Gay comes in for Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. The Spurs shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Here's Allen. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Spurs lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the 2nd quarter on 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis, Zhang is out there with Clark. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the point. Trying to get open is Zhang.
Tell you what, say what you will about Gay and his defense, but he's working at it. Tireless effort.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And stolen by Zeller. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From deep three-point range, the Grizzlies pull it in. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is. And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Allen leading the charge. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Zeller kicks to Gay. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Melton. No good. That would have tied it. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And here's Mills for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Mills has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Fires from the wing, and the jumper falls for him. Melton's got his first points in this one. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. Up again. And it's Melton with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Clark. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Mills. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 4.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Allen in the post. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. No good from Clark.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Plays it up and banks it in. And now a 6-point Spurs lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Here's Allen, following the basket by Tyler Zeller. Allen passes to Clark. Gay comes over with a double team. Chang, no luck. Spurs leading by 6. And Zeller kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Zeller. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Zeller's got 6 points in the quarter.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Allen outside for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Zeller's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Yep, it counts.
Though Jang has developed a pretty good outside shot, this is where you want him operating, in the painted area.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Now here's Morant. It's stolen by DeRozan, and so it's the San Antonio Spurs.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the... And that's a wrap for our halftime show, the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You gotta like what Jakob Poeltl has done in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got DeRozan. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and #1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
Rebound by Murray. San Antonio leading by 11. Walker dishes to DeRozan. Murray kicks to White. Murray with the bounce pass. Here's DeRozan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
DeRozan has a dynamic mid-range game. Whether he's wide open or being defended well, he can knock it down from there.
The pass to Jackson. Brooks up on top. White covering. Here's Morant. Misses the 3.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Now here's Valanciunas. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish, too. You love seeing that combination.
Pirtle with the steal. Morant with the steal. Here's Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Brooks outside to the inside. Here's Valanciunas.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, just over 2 steals and 5 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Mills with the steal. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Basket counts, and it's 8 points for Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates. Well, the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl, mostly 10 feet and in, is his strength. He's an old-school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Morant passes to Valanciunas, and good off the lead pass that time. Valanciunas has got 10 points here in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
Releases. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Valanciunas has got 12 now in this quarter.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's DeRozan missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the third. And Mills kicks to Forbes. 1 second left. And the miss. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's San Antonio. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. San Antonio leading by 5. They've got Brooks. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark. Then it's Morant, and it's Melton in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Here's Valanciunas. Clark. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. San Antonio also making some changes. Walker's checked in for Gay. White comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Morant missing. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Murray, here we go.
Murray is a spectacular talent. And when he gets going, watch out.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Clark, it's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
And here is Murray. Kicks to DeRozan. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Clark finds Anderson. Here's Clark. He's covered by Murray. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. No good from Clark.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And it's White missing. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant passes to Clark. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Zeller, he's checked in for the Spurs. DeRozan nails the baby hook. And the Spurs lead by 9.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's White. Rebounded by Jackson.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Inside, here's Clark, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Here's Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on DeRozan.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Valanciunas is checked in for the Grizzlies. Spurs also with the sub. Forbes checked in. There's the triple. San Antonio again missing. The Grizzlies trail by 6. To the left side wing. Here's Morant. Sinks the 3-pointer.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot. Yeah.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
DeRozan can't cash in from close range. Memphis with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And both free throws good for Brooks. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Murray, the pass to DeRozan. It's in!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
To the inside. Here's Jackson. Count it!
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
And, Greg, I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. Well, APA, thanks. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the 5. Now here's Jackson. Passes to Morant. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Bielitsa.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Morant dishes to Jackson. That one falls.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
And those great veterans, Mark Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Here's Morant. The Kings getting the bucket. Out to Brooks. Launches it. You can't get that one. So the Kings will take it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Fox. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fox has got his second basket of the night.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
And the shot is good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D. It is nice to have a big target like Valanciunas to throw the alley-oops to.
Fox passes to Holmes. Barnes outside. To Holmes. Deflects the pass. One-on-one here. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. Steps back and fires. Barnes grabs the miss.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Hits it from three-point range. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level, and I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game. Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Here's Fox. Makes it off the glass. Fox has got 10.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Morant passes to Anderson. Fires it up. Valanciunas. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. He has 6. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento, leading by 5. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Having that spark off the bench really helped them the last time these two teams battled. We'll see if it'll be there for them again.
Up top, Valanciunas, guarded by Fox. Here's Morant. No good on the 3. For the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Pelicans. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass to Anderson. And here's Valanciunas. No good from 18.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. A new 14 for the Kings. Outside, Fox. 6 on the shot clock. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Brooks. Morant passes to Jackson. And stolen by Barnes. The pass to Holmes.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
Good on both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for Sacramento. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Giles, and it's Len in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
This is why so many were high on Clark there. Love seeing him be aggressive.
Count it. Hield's got the lead up to 12 now for the Kings.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Melton passes to Clark. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Len, and the dunk by Len.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. To the middle. And slam dunk by Clark.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Allen against Hield. It's Clark with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Melton. Again, Memphis.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Hield. Again, the miss by the Kings. The Grizzlies have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. Jang with the ball. Picked up by Joseph.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Bazemore on the wing. And the rejection by Jang. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. The Grizzlies also making a change. Brooks checked in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now a 6-point Kings lead.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now. Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State, signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Here's Bogdanovich. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. It's Fox with the drive. 2 free. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella, dominating in the paint.
Fox looking it over. And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Barnes outside. The kick out to Fox. Back to Barnes. Sacramento moving it around. In the corner, Holmes with it. Just 5 on the clock. No good on the triple. On the wing, Brooks. Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Asserting his will offensively. Valanciunas taking over.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with their lead standing at 6 points.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, De'Aaron Fox was on fire in the first half. He ended up with... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Morant, and finished off by Morant.
You got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Now here's Morant. Guarded closely. It's deflected. Fox with the steal. And it's Fox with the jam.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Pulls up on the wing, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Morant's got his third basket of the night. Fox with it. Now Valanciunas defending, and it's Fox with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
And another turnover here by Memphis. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
You know, I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Sacramento leading by 12, and Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me. Misread each other on the pass. Tried to recover, but too late.
And some changes here for the Kings. On a heel, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Memphis.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Here's Melton. He's covered by Joseph. There's the double team with Joseph. Melton passes to Allen. Clark for 3. But he stays with it. Valanciunas finds Allen. Here's Clark. He's covered by Joseph. A 3-ball. Got that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Clark.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Outside, Joseph. Bazemore inside the 3-point line. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Giles. Good, nice job down low. And the Kings lead by 13.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Allen against Hield. Allen surveying the D. No good with the triple. Sacramento leading by 13. Down low. Parker kicks to Giles. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Hield outside. Back to Joseph. Oh, Hield in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Kicks it out to Allen. 23 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good from Valanciunas.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And so it's Sacramento. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Parker out there with Alex Len, and it's Bjelica in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Here's Clark, and the lead is down inside single digits.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now Fox. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
To the paint with the tip.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
Morant dishes to Clark. Unable to get that one.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
No, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Oh, the lob to Parker. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Morant. A putback and the second chance effort by Jackson.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Brooks with it. Now guarded by Fox. Jackson misses. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. And again, the turnover by the Kings. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The kick out to Anderson. Pass to Valanciunas. Jackson passes to Valanciunas. And the rejection by Holmes. Hield right side. Sacramento moving it around. Bjelica with the bucket. Bjelica's got his first points of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Fox kicks to Bjelica. Lobbed up there for Fox.
A huge fan of Fox's shot selection. Doesn't force anything. One reason why he's such a high percentage scorer.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the rejection by Holmes. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Valanciunas. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They've led by as many as 14 points. Back to Hield. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Jackson.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Passes it to Bjelica. His three-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Again, the miss by the Kings. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Clark. He's checked in for the Grizzlies. That's good from Morant.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Sacramento making some changes. Bogdanovich comes in for Buddy Hield. And it's Joseph in for Fox. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. And Joseph kicks to Barnes. Brooks against Bogdanovich.
Count it!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And it's Morant missing. Barnes outside. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Missed. And so it's Sacramento who sprint by with the win. That was a fall ride, David. Thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve.
welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Coming right up, it's the 2K Sports Pregame Show. Welcome, everyone, to Noche DA. It sure can. All right, DA, thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica, and it's Barnes in at the 3. And for San Antonio, we've got Derek White, DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Murray, and it's Walker in at small forward. And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Murray, no good. And what just drops your jaw, Chris, with Fox is just how quick he gets up and down the floor.
Yeah, he's an absolute bullet once he gets out in transition. A good amount of his points come from just beating everyone else down the floor when he pushes the tempo.
Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Barnes, and it's Barnes on the follow.
Oh, man, coaches love seeing that. Barnes grinding on the offensive glass, turning a missed opportunity into points.
That one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Walker the pass to DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by DeRozan. Walker with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of it?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games in my opinion.
Very interesting. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Bogdanovich, no luck.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And it's White missing. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Kings. They trail by 1. Here's Fox. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Sacramento again missing.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Vlade in the front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. This Mills in for Murray. Here's San Antonio. Big stretch here going 10-2. The shot's good from Forbes. There's 1:47 left to play here in the first. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Hield. He's tightly guarded. Releases from 15. Jump shot is good that time.
And the mid-range game of Hield is excellent. Always got to play up on him when he has the ball.
Back to Bellinelli. There's the three. Rebound by the Kings. Here's Giles. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Hield outside. Pass to Bazemore. From deep. The shot will not fall. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Stolen by Gay. Mills finds Bellinelli. Len with the block. And he's able to get it back. The three from Mills sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Again, the miss by the Kings. San Antonio leading by 6. Here's Bellinelli. Here's Gay. The shot off that time.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Kings. Kicks it out to Gay. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Bellinelli against Bazemore. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Bellinelli for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that concludes. We welcome you back to Noche Latino. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Len in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. San Antonio leading by 4. Now here's Zeller. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Forbes. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, the selflessness of Gay. Someone who is always looking to dish the rock to these guys.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Pirtle, he's checked in for Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Walker's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. And stolen by Barnes. Fox with it. Now guarded by Murray. Fox, no good. And it's the Spurs ball. They lead by 4. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
San Antonio making a switch here. White's checked in. And a change for Sacramento. Bogdanovich is checked in. Stolen by Walker. Here's DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
And Pirtle sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
And looking now at some numbers for Bielitsa. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Averaging 9 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And so here's Sacramento following the bucket by the Spurs. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Now, here's Walker, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We're talking about number one options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team's go-to scorer, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game, he's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
Drops it in from 14 feet away. Fox has got 8.
Developing different parts of his game. Fox knows he has to enhance his pull-up jump shot.
Here's Holmes, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Clearly a foul.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White, and it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
And look at Poeltl effortlessly dropping the hammer on the D.
Again, the miss by the King.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. The 3 from Barnes hits the three-point foul. Barnes has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I've always respected Barnes' ability to hit from downtown. So important for wing players in today's NBA.
Here's Forbes, and he converts the layup. He's got 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Bogdanovich looking around. There's 42 seconds left in the first half.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
Here's DeRozan.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
And the Spurs with some changes. Zeller comes in for Poeltl, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Ken Bazemore comes in for Harrison Barnes. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Mills. The Kings getting the bucket. Here's Gay over Giles. No good from Gay.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
And Bazemore kicks to Giles. Heel dishes to Bazemore with 1 on the clock. And so that's the end of the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole. And that does it for our half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. San Antonio leading by 9. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. That's the San Antonio 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
To the middle. Elitza finds Fox. Here's Barnes. DeRozan with the rebound. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. They retain possession. Bielitsa against Walker. The fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Outside for Murray. Birtle, the pass to White. Spurs passing it around. From deep, Walker. Barnes grabs the miss. The Kings trail by 13. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Good on the shot.
0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
DeRozan's shot is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. You know, his offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Fox against Murray. To the inside. The kick out to Walker. Birtle, the pass to Murray. Launches a 3. It's not going to go for him. So the Kings will take it the other way. Here's Holmes. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside, White. Back to DeRozan. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Bielitsa kicks to Bogdanovich. And White with the block. For the finish. And White with the stuff.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. That'll put De'Aaron Fox on the line. That one on Jakob Poeltl. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Lenz checked in for Rashad Holmes. Parker comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Hield subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. And stolen by Bazemore. And now the Kings fast break. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Fox.
Yeah, downright lethal in transition. Once Fox gets a step on you, it's pretty much over.
Here's Bellinelli. Good D by Parker. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Fox. Off target from 3-point range. Spurs leading by 9. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Sacramento. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Spurs, a couple spots below.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
DeRozan goes up and lays it nice and easy. DeRozan's got 6 here in this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Joseph down low, covered by Mills. Yep, that one goes in there. .41 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Giles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ripped away. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Poeltl is checked in for Medu. Fox, he's checked in for the Kings. Here's Mills. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. He's off on the first.
Now look, and when Parker's healthy, he's an effective player. He's battled a lot of injuries, and he's still fighting and competing.
Here is Forbes. He's got 6. And now Sacramento on the break. Hield with the bucket.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Giles is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Len in at the 5. Bertle's shot is off. The Kings trail by 4. Bjelica passes to Hield. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Mills, and he banks in the layup. And the Spurs lead by 4.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Now here's Hield. He's guarded closely. Puts it up from 12. Again, Sacramento.
Looking more active inside Hield. It's important that he keeps looking to score close to the bucket.
Down low. And then Gay with the jam.
And Gay loves putting on the show when the time is right. The way he leaves the floor for these slams is just simply breathtaking.
Fox passes to Len, and the dunk by Len.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
At the elbow, it's Hield. It's good. This game is all even.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's Forbes. Count that one.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Fox against Pirtle. Fox kicks to Giles. First one falls for him. And the Spurs with some changes. Walker's checked in for Gay. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. And the Kings also making a change. Barnes is checked in. Right the pass to Murray. Takes the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. They kick out to Hield. Passes it to Fox. Now Bjelica. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Spurs trail by 3. Outside, Walker. Inside. Here's Pirtle. Up and in on the layup.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Pirtle. He is more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Hield against White. There's the pass to Giles. Hield outside. Gets the front of the rim and out. The Spurs have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. DeRozan. That's good. Well, as we move into the 4th, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Murray against Fox. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Wow, what a shot. I mean, Fox enjoys having the spotlight on him in big moments like this.
Pirtle gets to Walker. It drops, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Fox goes in. Good.
Embracing the spotlight, but it's a big possession. It's fun seeing Fox come alive and deliver.
White left side to the paint. Here's DeRozan. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And not efficient in that first half, but they have really picked it up here. The shots that weren't falling earlier are finally finding the bottom of the net.
That's tipped. Healed left side. Pass to Giles. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And now a 6-point Sacramento lead.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Free throw good, Murray. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor. And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.